I like to start my episodes by asking you two a question. Today's question, what is your favourite
Colour.
proverb?
Green. Wait, no, blue. Ah!
Proverb. So many good ones.
Name one. You're a real proverb fan? Name three.
I mean, I've got one on a shirt. It's like, but it's all muddled up, so I need to remember the way it goes because it's muddled up. It's like, buy a man,
Fish.
buy a man, eat fish, he day. Teach a man fish to a lifetime.
It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Both good. Do you want to know my favourite?
He does.
Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Whoever supplied it, denied it.
Whoever did the rhyme did the crime.
There's a lot.
So the glove don't fit it, you must acquit? You're telling me OJ was guilty, Carlin? Big juice.
Rebuttal, Carlin. Go on. Let's make it an OJ podcast.
Well, did he smell it?
What, the corpses of his wife and his wife's like partner?
We're not
Just
here.
saying.
Well, we're
trying
not.
to find who dealt it.
We're not here to find if OJ did it or not. But we are here to try and crack open a cold case, or
Cold one.
well, we are for that. But at the time of it happening, it was warm, hot, smelly.
Oh, I like him.
Today,
Cool.
we are going to try and solve the cold case of Fartgate. Hello and welcome to Wild World Sport, the podcast where three friends sit down, crack a couple beers, and go on a journey to try and find the wildest story from the world of sports. And today, the world of farts.
I like the addition of the finger pointing you did there. It really adds to the visual experience for people watching us. There's things going on.
Yeah, well, I said the other week that I don't know where to look when I'm like talking directly to the audience, so I look straight in camera and you can all see me. That's what I'm doing now. I am James Whybrow. I don't want to say like I'm the one that dealt it. I don't want to be the one that smelt it either.
Well, even if you dealt it, you do smell it.
Yeah, true.
And, we, like, biologically, we don't find the smells of our own farts revolting because it's a good sign of,
Well,
like,
I don't
checking
know.
you. No, like, you can understand it will smell bad, but it's not, like, oppressive for you to go, oh, that's a bad fart, because you're trying to understand your gut biome and, like, see your health and well-being.
Sometimes I feel the shame a little bit more. Though, and it just stinks.
Yeah, I feel like a dog. You know, you see a dog doing a poo and it looks at you and it's like, I'm ashamed of what I'm doing.
They're just scared.
Yeah.
They're vulnerable.
They are. Well, I am James Whybrow. I am
Also scared and vulnerable? It's okay, Joe.
A little bit. Well, I've tried not to fart while we record. It's a very small, confined
Tried
space.
in scare quotes.
I am the one who smelt it.
I'm James' brother Ben, no relation, and I'll decide if I am the one who dealt it.
I'm happy being the one who dealt it. That means he smelt it and I dealt it. I'm fine with it being in that order.
And I've denied it.
Right.
So Carlin supplied it.
That is true. And you guys are rhyming it. So that means you're doing the criming it.
Could be.
Something like that.
Someone that did, or an organisation that did some supplying, was To All My Friends Bar in Cook. They supply the beers, they supply the pizzas, they supply the wings, they supply the good times and the laughs. No matter what the occasion, head down to All My Friends at Cook Shops. They were doing it, what was it, pre-wedding that was on there the other day?
Baby funeral.
Baby beer for sale, never drunk.
They were doing something, but they do all kinds of events. So you can call them up if you got a special event like a baby funeral.
Or your 10,000th day.
Or maybe even a re-ranking. We might be there at the end of the season.
You never know. Could be good.
Never know. But where we are now is Fartgate. Can you guess what sport Fartgate happened in? And now there has been a few Fartgates. Ben, you went on a bit of a tirade for Broomgate about is it worthy of a gate? There's a few different Fartgates, but this is the premier one, I believe.
I've got an idea. I might be thinking to Winter Olympics here, fresh in my mind, but like the what's it called? The toboggan, like
Oh, the bobsled?
bobsled, because like you're bent right over, you're copying the direct rear end.
I was thinking it was going to be like a combat sport. I was thinking like wrestling,
wrestling,
or
yeah.
sumo wrestling. Imagine like you got no protection there.
Or Volkanovski's last fight.
Yeah, where you teabag.
Yeah, and you just that'd be the ultimate.
Now, what's a sport where the participants aren't like the pictures of health?
On that. Close to. Hang out in pubs a lot. That's how you get good at the sport.
Trivia.
It's definitely trivia.
Not quite. What's another, maybe not so much in Australia, in England, a big pub sport.
Skittles.
Watching the English team be terrible at cricket. I think you're referring to darts, though.
I am. And darts rhymes with farts. It's a match made in heaven.
Is it?
Well, it is for our story. So a very brief little background on darts, because it sort of is a little bit important just to know the layout, because we want to try and solve this cold case somehow. So we need to know the layout of sort of how darts work. So this is pro darts. This is 501.
So you're telling me somehow like the mechanics of the game darts is going to come into this cold case on who farted. Well, we're going to need to know what's going on in the game of darts.
Well, it's about where people stand and how the game flows.
You got the mind-body connection as you extend your arm.
Wouldn't
it
we
relaxes your
be
sphincter.
better like talking about like room airflow mechanics or something?
Yeah, dispersion.
Yeah.
How solid was the fart?
Well, I guess as
How
well,
wet?
before knowing exactly where the fart happened for you guys, like this is in a giant darts hall.
Do we have the
A
sound?
lot of people, I have some sounds.
Oh, fantastic.
Not of
Just soundboard sounds.
Not of Fartgate. I've got some sounds of other famous farts that I'll get to. So if this is a bit too crude, a bit too toilet humory for you, too bad. This is what this podcast is now. But darts 501, 3 throws per turn. You have your turn, and then you walk up, grab your darts, and then you walk back past your opponent. So there's ample time to then drop your guts and try and put off your opponent there. Because,
So you're saying this is a tactic?
well, think about this for pro darts. It's different to other sort of sports. And as someone that isn't a darts player,
So
maybe I'm
in
completely
bowling they
wrong.
oil the lanes, but in
Darts
darts
is
you
shit.
Yeah.
you oil the air.
Have you seen the guy that like is fart maxing?
Oh, yeah.
Like he's getting
It's
like
awful.
foods
It's awful.
and eating them to be like, this is going to increase the sulfur. This is going to increase like the pressure. It's so aerated.
What?
And
So he's just making the stinkiest.
He's just
foulest
eating
fart.
food that's going to make his gut so unhappy. He's going to be releasing like, it's going to be so bad. It's like the green toxic cloud that'll like morph
Kill you.
into like the skull and crossbones when it comes out.
Yeah, it's horrific. But
Is
like,
that a
can't
sport?
look away. Could be.
Was this pre the banning of alcohol in darts?
This was 2018. This happened. So alcohol was banned then.
Yeah, okay.
A performance-enhancing drug, if you can believe it.
Or fart enhancing beverage.
Could be.
Well,
It definitely does.
I
Or
do-
depending which way you look at it, is it better to smell worse? Because then it enhances.
well,
yeah.
I do
if
know
you can oil the air.
how alcohol is a performance enhancing drug in darts or
Yeah.
other. So you've got what's called your optimal level of arousal in sports. So the higher level of your arousal, the more power and speed you can generate. But the lower your level of arousal, the more refined movements you can do. So biathlon, the Winter Olympic sport, your heart rate gets really high, so you're at a high level of arousal. You're doing the cross-country skiing, and then you need to suddenly drop your heart rate to be at a low level of arousal, so you can shoot the gun at the targets, because they shoot in between heartbeats, because the beating of your heart can then upset you.
So it moves your body like
Very
just
upsetting.
enough that
just
it puts
enough.
your whole
So in
shot off.
darts, when you're feeling a lot of pressure, your heart rate's going to raise, you're going to be more stressed, which means your fine motor skills are going to be less precise. So having a little bit of alcohol, which is a depressant, so it numbs you a little bit, can take that edge off and keep you calm and collected.
I think everyone that's ever played pool at the pub knows that there's an optimal, like 1.5, maybe 2.5, depending on your tolerance. You're playing pool like a champ. You're feeling on top of the world. But then you have like you start really strong and then you finish that beer and you go on to another one, and by the end of it, you just have lost the touch.
Yeah, you become awful.
Yeah.
You're like, woo. Good for the visual viewers again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you have to watch on YouTube. And while you're there, subscribe, socials, follow, like.
Share.
Yeah, exactly. Share it with famous
Comment.
athletes. We've got some famous athletes that have jumped on board the social train. Not going to out them if they're watching. Yeah, there's some Olympians. We're big in the world.
Yeah, there are plenty. We're very famous among famous athletes.
So I'm going to speak on behalf of darts athletes here a little bit when I say this.
They
But it-
smell.
Well, no. But it seems like one of those sports where it's not like football where someone can be just insanely better than everyone else. You have to meet a certain threshold, obviously, to go pro. But darts, everyone that is pro in the top 32 at these world tournaments, they can hit triple 20 regularly. Can you do it when the pressure's on the line and you've got someone there
So
going up
holding in
against
a
you?
fight.
Dropping their
Pressure's
guts.
on the line.
Yeah, and so dropping your guts can be a tactic of that.
It
But-
boosts your shot.
There is no rule explicitly saying you can't fart during darts. In the rule book, there's no rule that you go down, blah, 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 no farting.
Well, when I look at the best darts players when it comes up on, the TV, they're not going to be marathon runners, I'll put it that way. So I imagine when you're at the pub your whole life, you're having pub grub and beers, and they don't do your guts any favors. So I can imagine legislating how much gas you can release. There's going to be a lot of disqualifications.
And farting is natural. And I do have a little bit of information that some people might not know a whole lot about farting. We all do it. It's a perfectly natural thing, but it is referred to in medical circles as flatulence. And it is caused by gas in the bowel. Keep a straight face, Ben. This is very serious stuff. We're getting to the bottom of a cold case here. So the intestines produce between 500 and 2,000 mils of gas daily, which is passed out of the anus at regular intervals. Sorry,
You're the one laughing now.
Yeah, because his straight
Keep it
face
together.
keeping it together threw me off. I'll look at Carlin. Carlin's doing a very good job.
Just because we're being so professional.
The gas, or I just copy and pasted this from Vic Health. They've got like a thing on farting. So shout out to them. They'll be in the references. You can find that in the episode notes. The gas, or flatus, consists of a number of gases including methane, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. The varying smells depend on the ratio of gases, which is influenced by the foods we eat. Makes sense. I think we all know that. Flatus is generated by swallowed air, digestion, high fiber foods, and the byproducts of intestinal bacteria. Now, we all know it. It's a natural thing. But farting complaints are a big thing. It can be rude in times, especially if it smells like rotten eggs.
Which is just the methane.
Yeah. So there's a couple of embarrassing farts. There's loud flatus, caused by the muscles of the bowel.
They've categorized.
yeah.
In the table, these are the socially acceptable, and these are the embarrassing.
A rootus tutus. Oh, that one is quite okay.
Yeah, it was like, this is a cat, which is otherwise the scientifically known as. So the loud flatus, caused by the muscles of the bowel forcing air through the tight ring of the muscle at the anus.
It's so embarrassing when
When the
the
tight
muscles
ring
of
of your
my
anus
anus
gets
gets flapped about by loud flatus.
flapped about. Oh, that's terrible.
It also has suggestions to stop each one. So suggestions for preventing loud flatus include passing the air with less power and reducing the amount of and reducing the amount of intestinal gas by making dietary adjustments. Now, I'll just say here, because I am starting to lose it a little bit, our EP suggested to me that this episode would be a lot funnier if I played it deadpan serious. Unfortunately, that's just not happening.
So, see, personally, I don't think a loud fart's an issue. If it's loud and doesn't smell, not an issue. But a silent and deadly one, that's when you're getting into trouble.
Loud and proud.
Well, I'm just laughing because I'm thinking about, like, do you know, like, you ever get, like, a bit of toilet paper and just put it between your cheeks like a silencer?
What? What? As in, like when you fart or the splashdown?
Sorry, so you're telling me
It works.
when you've got
Silence,
when
I'm
you've
laughing
got
so
gas,
hard that I'm thinking about this.
when you've got gas, you go to the dunny and
No,
get some
no, no,
bum roll
no.
and
But I
stick it
have.
on.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we soundproof this room by putting soft things, these curtains, and
But
the
I-
shirts.
Yeah, you guys don't know. I've been fighting the whole time on this podcast. I got the silencer method.
I just I can presume that if your bottom's as smooth as a baby's and it's touching each other as air comes through, there'll be some like clapping
Like
going
the
on
click
there
of
of
your
your,
fingers.
of your cheeks, which will then probably make that reverberation. But if you've got more of a au natural jungle going on down there, there's little gaps for the air to go through, so it's more likely to be a bit more quiet.
Yeah. So keep it hairy. That's another hot tip.
All right, Carlin. I'll read out Vic Health's another embarrassing one in their suggestion, and then you can give us another
It's
suggestion.
going to be wet.
Yep.
Smelly flatus. The gas produced by bacterial fermentation can smell depending on the food eaten. Suggestions include limiting common culprits such as garlic, onions, spicy food, and beer.
So get rid of like the best types of food and beverages.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, garlic? No. Beer? No. Garlic beer? Yes.
I do have a solution for this one. You can drink as much garlic beer as you like. However, Lynx Africa. Just a can of Lynx Africa.
Directly on it? Or is that why you put the toilet paper there?
Don't go lighting
No.
your farts up.
No, no,
Putting
no.
Lynx
Toilet
Africa
paper
all over
first,
it.
then Lynx Africa.
What happens if like you don't have an anus? Like what if you've had surgeries or something to seal it? Where does that gas go?
Where
Can you
does,
only
where
burp?
does
I don't
your
know if
fecal
the,
matter
I don't
go?
know if the gas is the biggest issue there.
Yeah, well, you got like a gastronomy bag or
Well, then it comes out in the bag.
Or does
the
it
bag
come up?
just pops?
I guess it can come up another way, but I guess like flatus is from the bowel, which is lower,
Yeah.
where burps are from
Maybe
the
it doesn't get that far.
diaphragm. Yeah.
Probably has
I'm sure
a release
because
valve.
I know you've seen or probably not seen but heard like horror stories of someone gets the lighter and lights their fart and then that
Yeah.
if any gas transferring as it comes through it sucks a little bit of itself back in and seals you shut down there.
Yeah. And then your bowel gets burnt, and then it goes septic because it's like shit.
Don't light your farts.
Yeah. PSA: do not light your farts.
God, is that on Vic Health?
It should be.
That's the next embarrassing type of fart.
Right.
No.
Flammable flatus.
The third and final one they have is excessive flatus. This is caused by swallowing air, eating high fiber foods, lactose intolerance, or some digestive disorders. Suggestions include reducing the amount of intestinal gas by making dietary adjustments and seeking medical advice. You guys just suck it in here. I keep farting. You're going to make yourself sick.
Like how much is excessive? Like is there a metric or like a point where they decide that's excessive flatulence?
Vic Health doesn't have it, so that's something to raise with them. Everyone write into Vic Health, say that it's not good enough for them. I went with an Australian organisation, obviously, to support them.
They're the only three embarrassing types.
That's what they have.
Think about another.
Wet.
Oh.
Is that's
But-
only that's
It's only embarrassing if it's smelly and loud.
yeah, it's bad for you, but I guess it depends how wet it is.
I
if
think
it seeps
anytime you
through.
trust a fart that's not a fart, it's embarrassing because you now know.
Swampus flatus. The fourth one. The fourth unspoken flatus.
We do not speak
Which
his name.
flatus are we talking about? We've learnt a lot about flatus now.
Are there any non-embarrassing times?
I'm
Doesn't have here. It's just got farting complaints and answers was their subheading on their website.
Okay, it's probably people going, my farts are always so loud. Just cough.
feeling a little bit like a detective now, and I'm ready to dive into this. I know enough about farts. I want to know the specifics.
I guess
Give us
maybe
the
it's not a
story.
fart if it's wet because then you've just pooed yourself.
Well, you can
Does
fart and poo.
so I can save
Like
myself.
they go hand in hand.
Well, I imagine it's like you can pee without pooing, but once you poo, you're peeing anyway. So it's like you can fart without pooping, but when you're pooping, you can't not fart.
I mean, you can not fart sometimes.
You're telling me it's airtight down there?
No, but you can.
There's a
Poo,
difference
but
between
not fart.
yeah, like
I don't think you can. I think I've ever pooped without a single fart coming out.
definitely
Oh, for
have.
sure.
Yeah.
No, maybe it's just because like you've
Nice clean one.
Yeah.
you've opened up and then the air's just escaped, so there's not that because the sound comes from vibrations on the way out.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's what
you-
we're talking about.
You
I
could have a
guess.
loud flatus.
We're not having a loud flatus.
I think
if you have a loud flatus, you bend over and spread your cheeks.
I guess
it's not gonna be
technically you're
loud.
having some sort of flatus because there's a smell of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I
We've got
think-
different definitions here.
I think this is our perfect first call to action for the episode, or second after liking and following. And don't unlike or unfollow after hearing this episode. But let us know in the comments. Hit us up. Can you poo without farting?
If you can,
Yeah. Anonymously. We
Impressive.
won't post the answers.
And unless we say farting is the sound, but I think
I think-
farting is the gas.
I guess we're
escaping.
implying, James and I were implying that it's an embarrassing flatus, which is either
Hmm.
a loud flatus.
I'll really
swampy
think
flatus.
hard. I'll really think hard my next bowel movement. So I said before, there's no explicit rule against farting in darts, but it does fall under another rule of why it
It's illegal.
might be. The cops will get you.
misconduct or something, unsportsmanlike.
It's gamesmanship. Gamesmanship is banned in darts, so that could include the exclusion zone. Players must not step into the area directly in front of the oki, which is the board they have where you put your foot against so that you're the 2 and a bit meters away from the board while their opponent is throwing. So you can't put them off by jumping in front of them and going, woo, woo, look at me.
They should put it into the rules and then have like VAR fart.
yeah, just get a heat.
Hot spot. Hot
yeah,
spot.
get like a temperature tracker and then
It's
Is
trackable.
it no? It's not. Is it infrared? No, it's not infrared. It's something else.
Thermal.
Yeah, thermal. that's
Thermal
what I'm thinking.
imaging.
Yeah, thermal imaging at the darts.
Another part of gamesmanship, etiquette and respect. Excessive, aggressive, or distracting celebrations can be deemed gamesmanship. So, hitting a, 3 dart, 9 dart, or whatever it is, oh yeah, cheering and jumping up in front of your opponent to put them off, frowned upon. Deliberate slow play. Unnecessarily delaying the retrieval of darts to break an opponent's rhythm is frowned upon. So if you drop some heat after your throw, and then your opponent comes up and they have to give it a minute there, that's delaying the game, you could say.
So you could fart there to force them to give you a penalty. Is that what you're suggesting? So you fart as you're going away from picking up your darts, so that it smells so bad that when they go to pick up their
They're
darts,
like, I need a second, but then they're taking too long. But I think if you said he's just dropped his guts, it's foul. The person with the microphone going 145 is going to be.
So that's gamesmanship. But let me tell you about Fartgate. This is why we're here. This is the cold case that we somehow have to solve.
Fart gate. Hoo ha ha.
Fartgate. Hoo ha ha. Let's get to the bottom of this explosive story.
Gross.
nice.
There were some great headlines that came from this story. So Fartgate happened at the 2018 Grand Slam of Darts. It was between Gary Anderson and Wesley Harms. Without knowing anything about these two, just purely from the names, who do you think did it?
Wesley.
Gary Anderson sounds like a dodgy British bloke.
I reckon a guy called Wesley sounds like he farts a lot.
Well, Gary is Scottish. Wesley is Dutch. Do you guys want to stereotype? Maybe
Dutch
did he be
people.
racist?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be racist.
Yeah, no. I don't change my answer based
Okay,
on race.
twist
'cause
my arm. No.
Yeah. Well, Gary Anderson, complete aside from this, was not this Gary Anderson, but there is another Gary Anderson, Vikings kicker, missed the kick in the
he
1999
was very
LFC
smelly and he
Championship
farted
game.
a lot.
Damn.
Sorry, is Scotland's the one that do haggis?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be the Scottish guy.
So after the game, Anderson won this match 10-2.
In the Netherlands, they eat a lot of cheese and such, though. The other guy's Dutch.
A lot of marijuana, but you're probably banned from the marijuana.
Yeah, but cheese.
The
You're not banned from
spinach.
cheese.
The Peruvian parsley.
Croquettes.
The Haitian oregano. The
right.
left-handed cigarette.
All right. Anderson won 10-2 in the game, and afterwards
10 to what?
10 farts.
10-2. 10-22? No. 2-10. That's not the time either.
I was just about to check my watch.
I knew we were all going. Harms, when doing an interview after the match with Dutch television station RTL7L, just quietly, they could come up with a better name for their channel. He accused Anderson of farting in a post-match interview. quote, it'll take me 2 nights to lose this smell from my nose. Bold call. From a guy that just got smoked.
Did Vic Health say how
Smoked
long a
and steamed.
fart will like stay in your like nasal passageway?
If they did, I didn't write.
Because
it
it's
down.
always hard. Because it's like there's fart particles that like come from your butt,
Farticles.
and it's like, do you want to smell them or do you want to have them in your mouth? Even if you don't taste them, you got getting fart in your mouth. I guess it's kind of
Yeah.
like swimming in a swimming pool. If you ever have your mouth open, you'd get pee in there.
Yeah, and Band-Aid and blood and
Yeah.
Gross.
farticles.
So, Anderson's comments after the fact, because this sort of blew up because of an interview Anderson
It
did.
blew up.
Yeah. But I'll just tell you his comments before I get into the interview transcript because
Words filled the room quickly.
No, do they do like the little? Imagining the transcript's going to be like an ad lib of every sentence.
not quite, no. So Anderson's comments on it were, if the boy thinks I've farted, he's 1010% wrong.
No, you can't.
Is that double negate? So
No,
that like,
what you're better off saying there is, it's natural. I didn't intend to do it, but especially when you're nervous, like everyone needs to go pee when they're nervous. When you like your guts play up when you're nervous, your stomach's in knots. If you're nervous about a game, you go, it's natural to fart. I didn't intend to have it smell.
be like, apologies, I have IBS.
He also said, I swear on my children's lives that it was not my fault.
Oh, okay. So
like the
it's
Canadian
not
way.
his fault that he's farting, or it's not his fault because he didn't
The
fart.
smell
just admitted
wasn't
it.
my fault. I didn't make the smell. He also
Nah,
said,
that's a slip up. It's a Freudian slip.
he also said, if somebody has done that, they need to see a doctor. Seemingly, he says it was me, but I would admit it. So if it was him, he's like, I'll put my hand up. I'd say it was me.
Would you though?
Well, those were clips from interviews that he did after the fact. But immediately after the game, Harms was interviewed by the Dutch TV station RTL7L. Anderson was also interviewed. So I cut off the little bit where they go, oh, yeah, good game. You really smoked him. Ah, yeah. I went off and had my cigarette, blah, blah, blah. So here's the
Left-handed
transcript.
oh.
No. Reporter, he, Harms, said it was smelly on the stage. Anderson. And remember, I'm not going to do a Scottish accent for this guy. But this guy has a really thick Scottish accent. Not to the point where I had no idea what I was writing down to transcribe this, but to the point I had to listen back to make sure I was getting it right.
The YouTube
What?
closed captions just weren't doing any
Yeah.
justice.
What's heavier, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers?
What's smellier?
That's right.
Steel's
it's a
heavier than
kilogram of
feathers.
steel.
But steel's heavier than feathers.
No, it's not, mate.
They're
So-
both 1 kilogram.
So, reporter.
Oh, sorry, this reminds me of the... It was fucking one of yous. Who
Oh,
left
yeah.
that shit in the toilet?
Yeah. Wasn't me. Yeah, it was one of you.
It was fucking one of yous.
That is
Disgusting.
That's one of the all-timers. Okay. So let's just start again. He, Harms, said that it was smelly on the stage. And this is the reporter guy is also Dutch as well. So imagine the reporter guy in a Dutch accent
Walk into a bar.
interviewing a Scottish guy and they walk into a bar. Reporter, he, Harms, said that it was smelly on the stage. Anderson, I thought he shit. Reporter, sorry? Because the reporter's got the mic here, and when Anderson says, I thought he shit, the mic wasn't on him, so it doesn't quite pick it up. Reporter goes, sorry, hands him the mic back, and then Anderson goes, I thought Wesley had farted on stage. Did he? Reporter, no, well, I think he thinks you did it. Anderson, this is, just to put this out, one of the greatest sports quotes I think I've ever heard in my life. And that's not overplaying it. Anderson, you can put your finger up me arse. There'll be no smell there. I thought he had shit, and I went, that's dirty. It was bad.
Did the Dutch reporter do his reporting due diligence?
No, he did not put a finger up there. And this guy's like,
So he
Anderson's
didn't
very
check.
serious when he's saying this.
You're accusing me of being a cheat. Nah, stick your pinky up there.
Yeah. I'll read it again. You can put your finger up me ass. There'll be no smell there. I thought he had shit, and I went, that's dirty. It was bad.
See, I can imagine being like, the smell put you off. Yeah, maybe it's a cover-up. It could be. But the guy that probably...
he's covering it up by like denying.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. I
vagrantly.
need more information. Is there more information to come, or is this it?
There's more transcript.
Okay, there's more to come.
There's a fair bit more, but I think I'm just going to stop when it's a good talking point, and I think that was one of them. Reporter, it was bad. Anderson, it was bad. It was a stink. I thought it was him. And then he started playing better. I went, must have needed to get some wind out. Not unheard of. You get a fire
I mean,
out,
it's you know when someone's lying and they add too many details. I feel that, but at the same time, no one would mention so many things without.
Well, I guess playing better, he lost 10-2. And that's because it goes in darts. It's like legs and sets, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you have to win 3 legs to win a set, or 5 legs or something like that. So maybe he did well to win his 2. But if it's going to be there, like a darts match is probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes. That's a lot of gas. Like, that's dispersing. And they, like, play in big halls and it disperses. Like, that's just how air works.
Yeah, it lingered. So, reporter. And he thought it was you. Anderson. Oh no, hands up. And he did put his hands up. Swear on my kid's life. So help me God, nothing crossed. Reporter. But it was smelly anyway. Anderson. It was smelly. Usually if I fart on stage, I shit myself.
This time was different.
Okay, so I'm sorry. That just screams as if you've got a problem with your guts. If every time you fart on stage, it's a swampus flatus.
You're not a reliable witness that you didn't actually just fart.
I did not kill this man, Your Honor, but every time I kill a man, I kill a man.
This quote keeps going. I'm going to start again because it's funnier getting that whole thing. I'll try and get through it. It was smelly. Usually if I fart on stage, I shit myself. But you know that because I told you in a documentary. Ain't scared to. If I've had farted, it smelt like that. I put my hands up and go, oh, sorry, I need to go. That's word for word what he said.
So is there a history of Anderson forfeiting or leaving a match due to flatulence?
I tried to look it up. I couldn't find what the documentary is that he's talking about where he tells the reporter that, oh yeah, there was a quote that I saw for him that if you're not walking up looking at the darts hall shitting yourself, then you're not meant to be here. Like it's, that good feeling that athletes get of a little bit of nerves. Like you want to be on that yellow light.
That good feeling when I shit myself a little bit.
See, part of it just feels like you're talking to the Dutch reporter whose English is obviously his second language. And it's like, oh, mate, well, I've owned up to it previously. Now, is the Dutch reporter going to go back and go through his whole career to see things going on? And if you're openly saying, hey, yeah, I've crapped myself on stage before and have bowed out, or at least owned up in a documentary, maybe that's from another player going, I played Anderson and it was foul. And it just goes, yeah, I remember that game against Gary Devon. Yeah, I dropped my guts and then a little bit more came out.
Well, there's more to this interview. So Anderson said, I put my hands up and go, oh, sorry, I need to go. Reporter. So what was it then? Anderson. Well, don't tell me. You've got another 3 boys up there. So
What?
It was tableside. It was eggs. Rotten eggs. So the other 3 people he's referring to is on a dart stage, you have your 2 competitors. You have your scorer, so the person writing down the score, and you have your announcer. So the person going, 180!
He's the one that farted.
You must feel pretty powerful when you do it being that guy, because like the whole crowd cheers. Yeah. You're the one then setting that off.
And it probably takes a lot from your diaphragm. Oops, farted.
No, they're so professional though.
But you can add, like,
no
if
one
you're
would
farting,
suspect him.
You can go even louder. You just, whoa, oh my God, it's coming, 100!
Yeah, it's like, quick, say something really loud.
I reckon you get a good laugh though if you're the announcer and you're like, put the mic behind your butt.
Are you ready to...
I reckon you get a laugh, especially at the darts.
So the reporter then said, not from you, Anderson. Not from me. No. Reporter. Okay, thank you. Anderson. And every time we walked past it, it was a waft of rotten eggs. So that's why I was thinking it was some. Reporter. Thank you. So every time he walks past, he means when you throw your darts, you pick them up and then you walk past the scorer writing it down, and then the caller.
So, does he have kids? Is that a true thing?
He does have kids.
Okay, so he does have kids.
So he's swearing on his kids.
But I can't imagine someone also like swearing on your kids unless you're a like prolific liar who's like doing it all the time.
It's interesting. I think now's the point where we have to try and solve this mystery. But before we do that, I've just read the transcript to you. Audience, this might be a great time for you to pause this, go to YouTube, search up this Gary Anderson interview, because I'm going to play it now. We're going to have a little break. I'll play it for Ben and Carlin so that they can see whether they think Anderson's telling the truth or lying. And then we'll come back and we'll try and solve this mystery. Welcome back to Wild World of Sport. Hopefully in that little break, unless you're driving in your car, don't pull out YouTube. The cameras, they're everywhere. Carlin knows.
No, the issue shouldn't be the cameras. It should be your driving safety.
Yeah, true.
I was set up. They have evidence of me not using my phone.
You definitely weren't using it. You couldn't have been using it. But hopefully you just did what we did and you went and watched this video on YouTube. Hopefully you're already on YouTube watching us. And if you were, apologies. We have had some technical difficulties with our videos. Hopefully the rest of it all good.
I'll be the first one to put my hands up and say, I've farted before. When I do, I shoot myself a bit.
Because seeing that, I think it changes. Me reading that, I didn't do it justice the way Gary explains that story and the dynamic between him
the
and
next
the interviewer.
AI thing, like you need to show us is like Shrek saying it. We could put that.
I'll either go with too much time on my hands. So we got to solve this mystery now as best we can. We might not be able to. No one has so far. So it was 2 competitors, 1 scorer, and 1 caller. Anderson said the smell was by the table where the scorer and caller are. I don't have who the scorer was, but I have the caller. His name, I didn't write down his first name. I probably should have, but it was Bray, and he's an Englishman. Harms, a Dutchman, and Anderson, a Scotsman.
So you say it's by the table. I need to go into my mind palace and vision this. Where's the table?
So
it's like where they put their water and stuff. So it's behind the throwing line, a few meters back and slightly to the side.
No. So this is, imagine like where you line up to throw your darts, and in front of you there's your dartboard. Just to the right of the dartboard, there's a board where the scorer will write, and then there's the caller there with the microphone looking at what it was and then calling it out to the crowd. So you'll pick up your darts and then grab them and walk to your right past
so it's
them.
right next to where you're throwing your darts.
It's like a meter or so.
There, you would smell it at the
You would definitely smell it when you walk back past that area.
Did Bray or the scorer get interviewed at all in this?
Bray said it wasn't him. He didn't like being pulled into this where Anderson, because there was a quote from Anderson before, he said in that interview. So there's a quote in that transcript that Anderson said it was by the table. So it could have been those two, or Harms could have walked past the table and done it.
Do you reckon they're both doing it? That's the first that I had, is one of them's dropped their guts. Maybe Hans
Schrodinger's
first.
fart.
And then he's like, oh, well, if you're farted, now as Anderson, I can clear the tank. So when you go to stick a finger up there after, it's clean.
Damn. They've both done it, so they both don't want to admit to it, but they know the other one has because they can smell it. It's possible. I was thinking it's like the Occam's razor sort of thing. It's like the simplest answer. I think they both farted. I think everyone's farting.
And it's so bad.
And they don't even realize.
And if you're meant to be like professional, you're not involved in the fight. Like imagine the referee in a boxing match just dropping their guts and both boxers been like, I can't fight in this. Like super unprofessional. Whereas a boxer can at least go, hey, I'm copping punches to my body and to my face. Stuff's going to come out of me. Blood, spit, teeth,
like you said as well,
gas.
or one of you said before, it's like, surely the ref calls it too. So if the ref hasn't called it, the ref dealt it.
Or maybe
the ref denied it, he supplied it.
Or maybe the ref goes, that's bad. Oh, there's a new smell layered into this. And as we discussed before, when you fart yourself, the smell isn't as repugnant and repulsive as someone else's fart because you're biologically inclined to smell your own farts to understand your own health.
Yes, we all agreed on this before.
Yeah.
You'll tell me when you fart and it's terrible and everyone else in the car or someone's like winding down the windows, gasping for air.
James normally goes,
You got a wry smile on your face.
You're like, I know it's going to be bad. Like when you drop an absolute heater you're going, I know this is going to be bad, and the person you're with is like, I'm dying.
Psychologically, I think it hits harder. But then that's why sometimes I think psychologically it could hit harder for yourself too. In a way. I don't know how it's possible, but psychologically.
Is there a chance that both these guys are just so loose down there that they don't notice?
Yeah, that's also.
Could possibly be. And think of it as well, darts players, like you mentioned before, Ben, play in pubs, might not eat the best food. They're not athletes like a biathlete.
He's talking about going and having a ciggy.
Yeah.
That'd make me a bit
that he
farty.
shouldn't be having.
Yeah.
So I think
it'll make him fart.
what we've come to the same conclusion as everyone else.
Everyone's farting.
Inconclusive. Everyone's farting.
No, we're sure about this. Everyone's farting.
Just everyone. Or,
Everyone's doing little micro farts and they've added to it.
It's like a micro brew.
Yeah, the Always Sunny episode, like, who pooped the bed? And it's just like, Frank's like, it was me. I did all the poos. Poos are funny. It's like, farts are funny. We found out today. We can't stop laughing.
Well,
I'm gonna say it's both of them, because if I'm Wesley, I'm thinking I lost. This smell was so bad, and then Anderson's going, I won. Yeah, okay. He's saying I'm doing it. No, mate, it was bad for me also. Maybe he's like admission himself that like, yeah, I know they smelled bad, but I think they probably both were just dropping their guts. I'd say one of them dropped their guts, and the other one went, if I don't have to hold it in, I'm gonna let it rip.
because like the reporter had to ask him, both of them.
And he was surprised. The reporter was surprised in that video, being like, "What? You didn't? You're saying no? He said it was you."
He is a
kind of
Dutch reporter believing he's Dutch.
But he was also taken aback that Anderson was like, "No, I thought he did it."
Yeah.
Because if you're reporting back to the Dutch media as the Dutchman, it's like an Australian athlete reporting to Australian media. You don't want to be like,
I didn't even put
"Sorry."
my finger up there to check.
Yeah.
I was that bad. Sorry, I lost badly. No excuses. You kind of, at least in the heat of the moment, going to want to say, there was external thing that made me worse.
Maybe it's like a 10,000 level IQ play of, well, no one would ever think no one knows there was a fart on there except the 4 people on the stage. If I bring it up post-match, no one's going to think it was me, because why would I bring it up if I was the one to do it? I'd want no one to talk about it.
What's the advantage? Like, if you're already winning as well, why are you going to fart? And then Anderson says that after the smell got there, the Dutchman, he started playing better.
It
So-
can't have been that much better. He still lost 10.
Maybe he liked the smell.
Well, regardless, the PDC chair, Barry Hearn, had a couple quotes about the incident. Quote, "We've got to get to the bottom of this."
The
Gotta get to the
bad choice of words for that one.
I think very good choice of words from him. I think he had a wry smile saying that. So Hearn told BBC Sport the Darts Regulation Authority had the power to fine or suspend players guilty of gamesmanship or lack of professionalism, but the controversy was unique.
They're gonna take some arse samples. Swab them.
Put a finger up there.
Why wouldn't you then say, like, mate, I need a minute. Time out. He's stinking up the place. Like, why not say that?
Yeah.
Especially if you're losing.
Yeah, it's suspicious. They both did it. We've got our answer.
Yep, both did it. I'm happy to go there. Hearn continues, quote, "It's the first time I've ever heard of such contentious, almost contagious incident. So there he might be contagious. That means multiple. It's spreading. Someone farted. Someone else thought, oh, we're farting here? Sweet. They do it as well. Maybe all 4 of them were farting, and then they all go together to make it super fart.
I think the reporter was innocent.
Well, the reporter's not on the stage. Only the 4 people on the stage.
This is why we need thermal cameras.
So I know the reporter's innocent.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
He's just, he's like in there wearing the
We do need to establish who
Kevlar
could
like
be
in a
guilty.
war zone.
And it's one of 3 people, isn't it?
Gas mask on.
Yeah.
And I reckon they're all guilty because the ref would have said something if it wasn't him too.
Well, the ref is the only one that I don't have named from this story. So maybe he's flying under the radar. Like, he's reading, like, if this was the movie, this
He's
would be
doing
the
like
twist
the
ending.
Ocean's like 11.
I guess
Yeah.
if I'm
Walking out like-
if I'm one of the competitors and I go, excessive farting is a breach of like gamesmanship, I might say to the guy, mate, I've got to go. I'll do it back here. If you want us to just stand on the other side, I've got no issues. If the referee then goes, mate, you can't be there, goes, mate, he's just dropped his guts over here. Say something. But if I'm the scorer and I go, okay, but if I drop my guts, it's equal on both of them. There's no negative to one or the other unless one of them's got like bad sense of smell.
If you're the guy calling, how sensitive is the microphone as well? Like, is it picking up?
I think it's turned off, and then you like press a button to when you're doing
You'd want to hope it was if you were the one farting up there.
Yeah.
But Hernan's final quote I have from him, on a slightly more serious note, this is a top-level competition involving highly skilled sportsmen, so we have no intention of renaming the event the Grand Slam of Farts, as some have suggested.
I don't think anyone seriously suggested that.
Well, he's like tongue-in-cheek. Yes, on a serious note, ha ha ha. He thinks this whole thing's pretty funny. And at the end of the day, this isn't the story. I'm not going to go too much into it. But Anderson made the final of this competition, but then lost in some contentious circumstances. The person who was playing Price was actually accused of gamesmanship, and people have come out now and said this is a blatant example. This is what you can say. This is gamesmanship. The way he was celebrating, actually, after throwing a good set, bumps into Anderson on his way to celebrate, and that's literally the definition of gamesmanship, which is not allowed.
Maybe because he personally believed that Anderson used gamesmanship. It's like, you can't come out and protest me because then the Dutchman will go, yeah, but you do the same thing. And it's like, you can't get that immunity.
I would fart as I walk past my opponent. That'd be how I do it.
Yeah, but imagine if it's like wet and then you get that, like, the camera's on you and then there's just sudden
I'd use
fear
the
in your
silencer
eyes.
technique I talked about, and then only him and I would know. And I'd deny it. I deny it until
I have
the
never
supply...
heard of that silencer technique.
Well,
Yeah.
I've
test
heard
it
of
out.
like mopping up the crime scene. not preemptive.
Okay, let's okay. So that was this fartgate, but
There's another. Okay.
no. Farting is more prevalent in darts than you might think. So I got a couple
Okay,
examples.
now it's a part
Really?
of the
One of our key culprits, James Wade.
James Whybrow.
After winning a player championship in 2024, he let one rip on a live stream. So a player championship, it's not one of the majors, but it's happening year round. These things aren't televised. Only the majors are televised. And darts is actually Sky Sports' second biggest product.
To be fair, I'd love to go to the darts.
Oh yeah, the darts would
Like,
be great.
it's a bucket list thing to go do. I need to get more fit in terms of drinking alcohol. 'Cause that's the whole show.
It's the whole day, yeah. So I'll read the quote from him, and then I'll show you this footage, and I'll post this footage on Wild World of Sport pod, all the socials, and you can tell me who you believe, his quote or the video evidence. So this was live streamed. They live stream all these championship sort of ones. Quote from James Wade. Footage has emerged of me doing what appears to be a shart at the end of one of my matches. It was actually the Velcro on my new trainers. I now consider this matter put to bed as I don't wish to talk about it again.
This is a way better story. We're who farted
I
before?
can't tie
All
my
of them.
shoes. I use Velcro.
Well, this one is an open and shut case, in my opinion. Let's have a listen.
Wow.
He squats into it. Like, he braces for impact.
Yeah, there's no way that's a man's
The
Velcro
allegations.
shoes.
He's not even walking. And if it's after the game, whatever. Not an issue.
Yeah, but it's still after, but he thinks the live stream has ended, and he does it. So it's a little bit funny. He's sort of caught with not quite his pants down. but-
Pants wet.
Yeah, because it did sound wet. There's another incident, and it's pretty much what you guys are talking about before. I'll just take a moment, go to the side. So against
Flatus.
Peter Wright in 2025, he farted after his turn, and so here's a bit of transcript from it. Referee, oh boy, okay then. This is a streamed match, guys. Wade, it slipped out. Give it a second. Right then, it's a bit incoherent what he's saying, but he gave it more than a second, and I've got the video of that one for you as well.
Und wir haben ein richtiges Veteranenduell. James Wade gegen Peter Wright. Und ja, James Wade geht gerade nochmal zurück. Beziehungsweise Peter Wright lässt das so zu.
They even say, does that count as
Und
gamesmanship?
wir haben ein richtiges
So
That's, I mean, unfortunate.
If you own up to it, I don't think there's an issue. It's like a tactical timeout. What if someone's hurt themselves? Or
Someone's
someone
hurt their
got like a
bowels.
massive bout of nausea?
Someone hurt their ego by farting on camera.
His guts don't sound great, though. I know like part of it is like when you're on the phone or something, you drop your guts. It sounds a lot worse than it potentially could
Those
be.
did sound like some unhealthy farts.
I occasionally get some criticism that every time I fart on the phone or anything, that sounded really wet. It wasn't dry as a bone down here, but you know, the static pickup.
He's trying to say this to all the Canadian people he talks to on the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't believe him, guys. I was with him when he was on the phone.
Yeah, you should have
Sounded
told me about
wet.
this silencer technique.
Sounded wet in
It
real
would've
life
been useful.
too.
yeah, where is this knowledge? Where do you get this knowledge, Carlin? This is like sage knowledge.
Fart knowledge.
You just pick it up. Tricks of the trade.
That's it.
So there's another one. It was pretty big. This one's not controversial at all because the culprit owned up to it. But you might have seen it.
You got me.
It was golfer Scotty Scheffler. He admitted to farting during a tournament. So at the 17th hole, he hit a shot.
Oh no! Right outdoors in a golf course.
Yeah.
I farted. Whoops.
The shot, the cameras follow the ball as it's going, and then you can hear pretty clearly, unmistakably, a fart.
Or a shot. You can mistake.
He's wearing
one
white
of
pants.
It was definitely a fart, and the commentator's like,
Not a
like,
shot.
one
So
of
you're
them's
sure?
trying to keep it together. It was pretty funny. And then Scotty went on a podcast and was asked, like, point blank, did you fart? Oh, yeah, that was me. You're out there for like 6 hours. You're eating some different food over there, or some stuff's going to happen. You never know when the boom's there. You never know when you're going to pick it up.
See, that is true because I know like RFK Jr. recently said Trump only eats fast food when he's traveling because they have food safety standards. And you go to a restaurant, you never know, but a Big Mac's going to be cooked identical everywhere you go.
Big Macs make me fart.
Yeah, that's a fart,
But
Max.
it was like anytime he's on the road, he just gets fast food because he knows it's the least likely to make him unwell.
No way.
Yeah.
That
But-
doesn't make any sense.
but
I
when
would
he's-
fart so much if I just ate fast food on the go.
But when he's at like Mar-a-Lago at the White House, he has really
Oysters.
good quality food apparently, like really healthy, good stuff for you because RFK's like told him, you're going to die. You're so unhealthy with your lifestyle. He still has his Diet Coke button. He loves the aspartame.
I feel like he's on the go all the time,
But it
though.
was like I saw a clip because it was, I think RFK recently went on Rogan and was asked about it. And I've heard before from like other athletes and things when you're on the road, you don't eat great because you eat what you can trust.
yeah.
Like the
It's like the
Aussies at the baseball.
Socceroos in the Vietnam
Yeah.
competition.
Or the in the baseball classic, if you're at Team Australia, you're going to go out and go to a just a wet market kind of vibe and get any food there, or are you going to go to established institutions, even if it's worse for you? You're probably going to do the ones that are less likely to make you unwell.
This is Scotty Scheffler.
Just a little bit of wind from behind. Just help to ease down the green.
The second last one I have, the audio of this one isn't quite right. It's clearly someone put a fake noise on it, but multiple people have confirmed this story. There was lots of people there. So Bill Whybrow, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Canadian listeners. Was a Canadian snooker player. He's passed away now, unfortunately. He farted during a world championship match in Sheffield. But the story goes, Whybrow turned round to an elderly woman in the crowd and said, "Was that you?" And so Hearn, our darts man, our head of darts, he's also the head of snooker. He quoted saying, "It was the most enormous noise, but what happened next was genius comic timing."
Can't be real.
Wait behind that one.
Sinks the ball.
And a big smile on the face of Dennis Taylor.
You don't have to do it where he turns around and says to the lady, "Was that you?"
Yeah, they don't have that bit. But multiple people confirm that that's part of the story. So I tend to believe it.
He was in a precarious situation there.
He is a big man. that is leaning over like
That
that.
wasn't a cold case, is it? We know it was him.
Yeah. And then I've got one final one of the funny farts of sports. Of, again, maybe a little fartgate in here. So this was during a Canucks versus Lightning game in the NHL. John Garrett and John Shorthouse are commentating on it. They're commentating games happening. There's a puck gets hit to the other end. There's a pause in commentary. There's a fart noise. Shorthouse, was that you? Garrett, no, it wasn't. I'll let you be.
These are the commentators.
Yeah, I'll let you be the judge.
Yes. Is that you?
That's funny. I thought you were going to bring up the preseason for the last season in the NFL where a Lions player pooed his pants. Trusted fart and pooed his pants
Or Eric
while
Dyer.
running.
At least
No, Eric
Dyer
Dyer
made it
got
to
off the
toilet.
field. He
Yeah.
went for a 10-minute... but he's wearing white pants, skin tight.
That was like
and he
a-
starts running, and then just a brown streak starts going down his leg.
I did not see that.
And he was asked about it. He's like, I just fell over.
That's more than a fart. That's more than a fart.
I think he trusted a fart, though.
Yeah. Well,
Swampus flatulus.
there we have it.
Unfortunate.
That is the story of Dart's Fartgate.
Hoo-ha-ha.
And a bunch of other farts as well, because I'm sure people aren't sick of hearing us talk about flatus for this episode. They better not be sick of hearing us talk about it, because we're about to rank this story on our very serious, very scientific, wild
To all my
farts and
farts.
mild farts.
Just the ranking board.
No, we want to keep them as a sponsor.
Oh.
Where we come
Sorry.
back from this short little break. Welcome back to the wild world of farts. I mean wild world of sport. This is the podcast where we...
It doesn't even rhyme.
All right, I can cut that out.
No, don't cut it out. No, you have to own that. You have to own that.
Fine. Someone out there is going to think that was funny. Look, honestly, if anyone made it through this whole episode...
Not after the
they'll
social
think
media
that's funny.
ban, James.
True. No, there's no kids anymore. They still have YouTube. We're on YouTube.
Also, I hope we're
No, YouTube's on the social media ban too.
I hope we're raking it in because on the NRL episode, I got 5 ads.
Yeah, it just banged them out.
Yeah, it was like one at the start, fair enough. Every 10 minutes, it just gave me an ad. I was like, I don't need farming equipment. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. I must have hit a different button. Yeah. But if you're new to the show, welcome. What a great first impression that you've gotten. This is the part of the show where we try and rank the story that we've just told and heard on our serious, scientific, wild and mild ranking board on our journey to find the wildest story from the world of sport. And this journey wouldn't be possible without us three and without you supporting us by following at Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, by going on Spotify
Audible.
and Apple and Audible and Pandora and Deezer and all these other places you can get your podcasts, and giving it 5 stars, writing a nice review, and telling your friends and family to listen to this funny fart podcast.
I was going to say, it's like, because your mum's over. It's like, shout out to our mums. They watch.
Yeah.
And why aren't
And they
you...
fart,
Why
too.
aren't you making your mum listen and watch?
Yeah,
as
she'll
well?
love this. She'll
would
say,
love it.
wow, what a nice young man or woman you are. You're not hosting a podcast talking about farting all the time.
And it is our divine right as young white men to have a podcast.
Mm-hmm. And it is also our right to go to the pub. And the pub we choose to do that is To All My Friends. I don't know if they'll want this episode sponsored, but they're getting it anyway.
Don't
That's part
fart
of the deal.
to all my friends. They don't like it.
No, own up to it. If you do,
Don't break your
yeah.
glasses.
Just own up to
Be
it.
honest.
That's one thing to do.
But if you feel it coming, go to the bathroom. Man.
Yeah. And their bathrooms, honestly, are incredibly clean for like the average pub fare. Their bathrooms are very, very nice.
Something we haven't mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, like there's very rarely a mess in there.
If
And-
it is, not their fault.
Yeah, not their fault. No, that's
Let's
You
move
got
on.
me.
Let's get to this ranking. This is going on the board as Fartgate. I'll let you two start. I told the story.
I always have, my little pet peeve is things being called something gate.
Well, do you think this is worthy of gate?
No,
What do you
no. Yeah,
this
okay.
is not on the level of a president being wiretapped.
No, well, wasn't the whole wiretapping is the cover
No,
up rather
that
than
was
the
like
tapping?
that was like getting bits and pieces of the story out after. Well, actually, no. The president was like, okay.
It was only
He
called Gate because it
wiretapped
was the
some
Watergate
people,
Hotel.
But him getting wiretapped was
Okay.
just like, he should have known that was a thing.
Well, he
was
in,
on doing
in the
it, yeah.
White
We've really opened a can
He
of
did.
worms.
Put, my understanding is he put recording devices in the White House to record all the conversations that happen in the Oval Office for transparency purposes, in case someone was lying or doing anything.
The
But
bad thing he did is-
didn't know that people on his team were recording at the Watergate, but then tried to cover it up, and it was the cover up.
No, he
that
did
was,
know about that. He definitely like.
No, but
you know,
he-
sent
he-
him into the
He's the
Watergate.
president. It's like Steve Smith with sandpaper. Regardless if he knew or if he didn't,
He was in charge.
the buck stops with him.
But
he's
can you
in charge.
imagine now a president being like, "I did the wrong thing. I'm stepping down from office"? No,
Well,
you
not
can't.
the current president.
Yeah.
Oh, both sides. I don't think you can.
In this day and age. Blah.
Where does this story rank?
It is in.
So-
I think personally, it's in contention with Curling Has Rules.
Yeah.
What?
It's coming out the rear end.
What?
And it's coming in rear.
Be serious, guys.
Footy.
This is not a bottom tier story.
This is absolutely
It is
a
a
bottom,
bottom
tier.
tier
So okay,
story.
you started the episode off by saying everybody farts. Something that happens.
How many times in sport? I listed a couple. None of them were this controversial.
Well, you already talked about the guy that like in the NFL who shot
trusted a
his
fart.
pants. And
Yeah, okay. Farting isn't the wild thing. It's the fanfare that went along with that. How many times has an athlete been
And
interviewed
curling-
but okay,
and said,
there was
shove
fanfare
a
in the
finger
curling.
up there?
There
Okay,
was
but let's go through sports where it's okay. Is this the most exciting thing that's happened in darts? If it's up there for the most exciting things happening in darts, maybe darts isn't that exciting.
Did they
It's
make
not up
a
there with the most
6-part
exciting thing, though.
podcast about the fart? No.
Everybody farts. It happens. Is it a bit dishonest of whoever did it at that match? Maybe both of them. I think we've decided that both competitors farted at least.
I want to say too, I'm defending curling here because it shouldn't have been so low. I want to put the story below it.
No way.
No, I can't agree with that. It's got to go above it, but just above it in my mind.
I'm thinking just under Bob Probert.
You are
ahead of Mark
ridiculous.
and
No,
Henry.
you are ridiculous.
Farts are wild.
I mean, look, it's not the fart, but how many? Look, we've said how many countless examples. I say countless, like 5.
Okay. I've got one from the research from Mark and Henry. Story of how a WWE wrestler, who may remain unnamed at the moment, crawled under the ring, shat himself, pulled the poo out of his uniform, put it on the ground, have towels under there, wiped them off, and then kept competing. That's more wild than a guy going, "You farted." No, he farted.
Yeah, but it's the way he was doing it. How many times has
Nah,
an athlete in an
sorry.
interview said, "Shove a finger up there"?
Not very often.
That's a
Exactly.
wild quote.
But-
Repeatability 0.
No, repeatability.
One
No, so the one quote is the story. I think the repeatability is
Well, no, the story
men
is
who
the gate. The
generally
story's the
have
gate.
bad gut health, competing in a sport designed from pubs,
yeah.
dropping the
It's low.
guts.
I'm putting it
completely
dead
disagree.
bottom, but I
Dead
can see
bottom!
you guys are.
I think
bottom.
the mildness of this story will linger.
Oh, it is not mild. How many? Look, it's
We've
2 against
really-
1 here. We're a democracy.
We've really let one off
No,
in the room.
This is going to be a real
Okay,
stink.
let's go through our metric. The wildness scale, I think it gets a 1 out of 10.
1 of wildness.
Repeatability, 0. This could be repeated anytime.
No. How many fart gates have happened in sport?
You
Probably
showed us videos
several.
of multiple.
Yes, no, there's no controversy. There's no who done it. That James Wade video, it was so clear that he absolutely shot his pants.
But it's like we don't even get to hear the fart. It could have just been like a really silent one that was a bit stinky.
Yeah.
It could have been not that wild. That one, in fact, the pool guy one, this will be on the socials, everyone. Will it be?
yeah.
Okay, it's on the socials.
His opponent
That was
laughing.
insane.
His
That
opponent
was
just
a
laughing.
huge fart.
If they're both taking it so seriously, like, oh, well, it was me. If they never said anything, we'd never know. I think for something to be wild, it has to be every single person went.
And everyone's
"What?"
talking about the reporters going, we want to know who farted. We all heard it. We all know
They did.
one
This
of you
was
did
like
it.
international news.
International news.
It was
Dutch
I was
news.
no.
Regional
there
Dutch
was a New
news.
Zealand in the references. Check the episode notes, listener. I've got a New Zealand
Were there-
newspaper.
Okay, so a
Reporters.
New Zealand newspaper goes slow news day. Oh, in the darts in Wolverhampton, a competitor farted and the other one complained about it.
No, this
I've poo-pooed on it enough, but I'll let you guys lift it up because
Okay.
you all seem to think it's above curling has rules, so you can justify it.
James, give me strong man this episode.
you can't repeat an interview where another athlete accuses another athlete of farting so badly it put them off.
Absolutely, you could.
I think
I reckon.
100% you
I
could.
could
When does it
find an
happen?
interview.
Find me. Then.
WWE, the guy
I'll
that
go-
crapped his pants. You tell me his
Oh.
opponent wouldn't have come out
That's
in like
not
a
a fart.
towel.
That's a difference.
I'll
Carl and I
go-
established
I'll go
you can
find-
poo without farting at the start of the
no,
episode.
we said that the
I will
jury's
find
out
I'll
on
put it
that
on the
one.
socials. I'll find an interview. I'll do
Oh.
it. I bet you I can.
Okay, all right. It's two against one. It's two
If
against
it
one.
was
Fine.
like, in the darts, a guy pissed himself and he ate so much asparagus that it stunk, you'd go, that's not happening again, because you just go for a bathroom break. But he's so locked in on it. Or, the darts and a woman gives birth. She's a female darts player and gives birth, goes into labor on the stage. And then, that's something that's wild. Or someone with IBS drops not just their guts, but their whole bowels, and then keeps playing, and it's like, oh my God, that's crazy that they did this. 2 men potentially farting. It's not wild.
Fine. All right.
It's
low. How low then? How low? I'm done. Whatever.
I'm completely low. That's what I said.
Well-
Well, you guys got to justify. You got to lift it up. You got to.
I'm saying it's going above. It's going above curling.
I'm saying above curling. If I'm saying 2 against 1, it's low. We're saying 2 against 1, it's above curling.
just above.
I hear a lot against, not a lot to put it up there. But I'm just saying.
We'll all come out in the wash.
And it wasn't me that farted.
Look, listen up. Defend whichever take you're with. If you're with Ben and Carlin, let us know in the comments. Message us on socials. Speaking of messages,
No, where would you put it? You're saying you're with us. Are you
He
not
says
with
below
us too?
Bob Probert.
I'm saying below Bob Probert, our second wildest story.
So a Scottish man in an interview saying, "Stick your finger up my butt, it won't smell," is more wild than 2 little people being the strongest men
This
ever.
controversy we're having is more wild.
Yeah, okay. Look, I'll put it down low. Just above curling has rules. And while I'm mentioning the socials, shout out to Emily who sent me, she didn't send me this exact story, but she sent me a video of the darts and said, you should do a darts story. So what did I search? Controversial darts moments and
you actually
fartgate.
mistyped controversial farts moments.
And this is what came up. And I thought, this is perfect for a story. This is going to be wild. Apparently not.
Well, thank you,
Apparently-
Emily.
Well, apparently it's more wild than curling has rules. I'm telling you, I guess I just didn't do a good job telling that story because I thought it was pretty wild. Anyway.
Well, it's all up to you now, listener, to let us know, or viewer, whatever you are.
That's a potential idea in the future, is we retell a story, that the bottom 3 stories. We retell, if possible, ones we
do like a
didn't do.
relegation scrap.
No, not relegation strap. But it's like,
No, that's it.
Carlin, you do Fartgate. I'll do
What
curling
if
has
what if it
rules.
is like a relegation thing? So it's like, we all get our bottom story. No, but it can't be our bottom story. I guess we just have to have another episode. So I've got to justify the curling one. You got to justify the fart one.
I just think maybe if someone else
Whoever
reinvestigates
loses,
it,
relegated. Go on.
reinvestigates the
Obviously
story.
bad story.
Maybe the bottom 2. Well, I guess if it's both your episode, it might be a bit harder. But
Yeah.
we'll re-talk through them to then strongman the case. Now we know the story.
What came last season?
It wasn't Fnatic Boost after the re-rank.
No.
Bill Fong.
It wasn't Bill Fong either. What was it?
We should probably remember this, shouldn't we?
Yeah. There'll be photos on the socials. There's the
I
rankings of it. What was really bad?
want to remember it.
I do want to remember it now. Come on.
Was it the
come on.
Wizinator?
Wizinator.
I think it was Wizinator, yeah.
Yeah.
This is in the same, I guess, the toilet humor.
Yeah, okay, this is in the same realm.
No. As in, not of wildness, but all right, I guess you guys don't think toilet humor is that wild. Fair enough. Listener,
And
viewer,
curl.
Half
let
the
us know.
population poos,
And
James.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah, so the whole population farts. That's
There's a
been
theme here. If I
established.
tell
Hang
a
on,
story,
hang on.
you
Half
go
the
like-
population isn't women. There's people that are non-binary. So throw
Well,
them in there as
No,
well.
but also, I think we've got more women than men. I think it's like 52% of the population are women. So let's give 2% for gender non-conforming people. Still, half the population.
Court of public opinion, let us know. That's the best thing that you can do to help grow the show. This is a great, I think, dinner conversation to have around the table. Where does Fartgate rank on the Wild and Mild ranking board?
As long as you don't fart at the dinner table, you're good.
Or if you do, blame it on someone else and see how wild it gets.
Or blame it on your pets. Pets notoriously have terrible stinky
See
farts.
how wild your family thinks you are when you say you can shove a finger up there, you won't have a smell.
I was going to say, let it around and smell your finger. Make sure they know.
To have no smell is wild.
Yeah.
I think that's a good spot to leave us so we don't leave a stink hanging in the studio.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to linger too long.
Yeah. thank you for listening, engaging, farting with us. I didn't fart this episode. Did you guys?
I did. During the breaks. During the breaks.
No.
I don't want to
several
disrupt
times.
the official podcast recording, just during the breaks.
I didn't want to admit it because actually no. If it was me, I would have shat myself as well. Is that what he said?
I swear on my children's lives that I would have been honest. And I was honest.
You don't have any children.
Yet. Or ever. Who knows? Maybe I won't because I've lied about this
Yeah.
and now my children will never be born.
Well, that'll do us. Thank you again. I think I've tried to end it. Thank you so many times. But make sure you like, make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If I've got anything wrong, if we've got anything of any other episode wrong, let us know.
And one thing I also want to add is if you're a fan of the wildest moments in sport, you can be a part of these wild moments by supporting your local sporting teams. So if you've got sport in your state, your province, your territory, go for an afternoon. Go for an evening. It can be a
Don't
lot of fun
fart.
to go to live sport
No, it's an
and see
open field.
history being made in the moment.
And maybe keep 15 weeks from now free to come to all my friends and be part of another wild sporting moment. Maybe, not saying too much yet. But thank you. I have been your smellier, James Whybrow, for today's episode.
Sommelier.
Sommelier, like the wine taster.
Yeah,
like
but
professional
smell.
fart taster.
Yeah, okay.
You're a fart smeller.
especially this episode, I want no relation to James Whybrow here.
Well, I'm your smart fella, Carlin Sheaves.
I'm going to take some credit from that. I threw up the alley-oop for you to dunk on that one.
Yeah.
If farts smell like rotten eggs, why do we say cut the cheese? Scene.
Let us know in the comments. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye. I say like we've got kids finding us. James is like, all right, let's get some content straight to them.
Yeah.
Fart. It was 1967.
Yeah. Got him.